The Rambam, restoring stability after false messiahs. The 12th century Rambam, Maimonides, who lived from 1138 to 1204, he lived during a period marked by instability, heightened by false messianic movements that had devastated Jewish communities. In the centuries following these false messiahs, including Shabtai Tzvi in the 17th century and Jacob Frank in the 18th century, the Rambam's teachings offered clarity and stability. So, in his Mishneh Torah and the Guide for the Perplexed, which also you can obtain, you can go and buy that on Amazon and read it, the Rambam laid out a clear framework for Jewish belief, emphasizing that the redemption could not be rushed by human actions or mystical fervor. Drawing on the Talmud, he insisted that faith in the Mashiach must remain grounded in Torah observance, and that any deviation from this path was dangerous. The Rambam's focus on rationality and halakha was an antidote to the chaos caused by messianic delusions, helping to steer the Jewish people back towards tradition. The Rambam stressed the importance of studying the Torah, doing the mitzvot, and ethical living, regardless of whether the Mashiach had come or not. His teachings conveyed that spiritual growth and religious observance were not dependent on the Mashiach. We shouldn't be so overly concerned with that, although that was in his days. Today we're at the end time, so I think that it's fair enough that we could be looking around us and looking into our reality and seeing some things are a little bit bizarre for the nation of Israel, and we better figure out what is going on. This message that the Rambam gave us strengthened the Jewish communities during their times and gave them some tools to navigate disillusionment when messianic hopes were dashed. Like, I guess, everybody in Chassidut, what we're going to talk about when we talk about the Gaon from Vilna, should have understood when their declared Mashiach, the Rebbe, died. Okay, so back to learning Torah, back to having the Torah be an intellectual pursuit first, and Judaism being the spiritual practice to reconnect and re-understand why he wasn't the Mashiach and why nobody up until now has been the Mashiach. And the Rambam's Guide for the Perplexed addressed how to reconcile the philosophical inquiry with religious faith, offering intellectual tools to cope with the confusion and doubt. This approach became a resource for later Jewish thinkers confronting crisis of faith, such as a fallout from these false messiahs. Rabbi Yaakov Culi